Hello, and welcome back to Giant's Island again for the last time. The last time. We're going to get our 10 million today. And then we might do a little bit of cleanup on what we've got going on. So there we go. Yes. So, go and clean up some logs. Well, clean up. We're gonna sell them, so because that's what we need to do. Let's go this way. No. Doesn't matter really which way around we collect them. Collecting them all. Selling them all. Should net us the remainder of the money that we need. Should be, yeah, a little bit more than 10 million. By the time we finish that. So then we're going to go and probably we'll sell off the remainder of the pigs. I don't want to have to deal with them. It's messy as the dickens. Okay. 9.2 million. Less than 800,000 to go. Hey, oh. Okay, we've got our full load again. I think we'll save the song. We'll play the song when we hit the 10 million celebration. Those of you asking what song? Where you be? 40,000. 40,000. I think we're doing well. We are doing well. I definitely think we're on course to finish. Okay. Oops. This one's fell off. Oh well. We'll get them eventually. It's all okay. Nice and chill today. Well, it's nice and chill most days anyway. So yeah, so we'll be going on to something different when we come back. So I've got a week off after this, so I will be back with Stardew Valley the end of next week, and then the week after we'll be starting our new achievement hunting game, which is going to be Transport Fever. So not TF2, Transport Fever 2, but just the first one. Well, the second one, because Train Fever kind of came first. 9.3 million. Less than 700,000 to go. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Hopefully that sounds interesting to some of you. Obviously we'll probably get stuck in after FS19 comes out. We'll probably switch back over to the farm sim and do some farm sim achievement hunting again, because there'll be a whole new set of achievements to go. But,
All hands brace for impact.
We've got a stabilizer bar. It's on the wrong side, but we've got a stabilizer bar. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't quite go down. Shaman! Hello, that's a lot of wood there. It is. So, welcome back, Shaman. We've been cutting trees like the Dickens, and we're now selling it, and we are, as you can see, we are at 9.3 million. We are very close to 10 million goal. I say achievement. I already have the achievement because of an XML edit, but I will legit have earned it by the end of the stream. So there we go. That is another 48,000 pounds worth of wood. So how are you today, Shabman? I hope you're well. So yeah, so it's we sold Das's cookies yesterday. So if you were ever curious for that whole bunch of cookies that was stacked up over by the cookie factory, if you were ever curious to know how much they were worth 361,229 squidoodles. Doing good. Last 30 minutes of work. Oh, that's pretty good. Last 30 minutes is always the slowest 30 minutes, though. So oh dear. Particularly if you don't have anything much to carry on with. So, but yeah, so we keep you company, Shadman. It's all right. We had Dead Batteries was in on a break yesterday. So that's why you thought you'd watch me. Excellent, fantastic. Well, you know, I appreciate the company, and yeah, it's always good. So, and until something goes wrong in the last 5 minutes, and then you end up staying a half an hour late, and yeah, that's no, stop it. When I was down in Southampton working, I'd worked the 8 to 4 shift, as it were. It wasn't really a shift, but I worked 8 to 4. That's the hours that worked best for me, because I always like to get in the morning, and kind of figure out what's going on, try and get a start to the day before everyone else comes in and they have their agendas. If it does now, it's my fault. Well, it's the law, isn't it? And when I was doing that, it would be inevitable that... Actually, no, it's 8:30 to 4:30, sorry. It would be inevitable that 25 minutes past 4, everyone that worked until 5 o'clock would be coming, oh, what do you think about this? Oh, we need to talk about this. It's going, yeah, good. Well done. Good. Fantastic. Super smashing great. I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, no, I always pretty much did it, but it really annoyed me because it's kind of. Do you guys have a clock and you kind of wait and kind of just do it just to screw me over? And of course they didn't, but it was just really annoying. Just don't answer the phone in the last 5 minutes. On advert at the moment, but we'll be back in a minute. Okay. So yeah, the adverts do get stuck in. Apologies. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that's got it. Sometimes it's a bit weird about sensing the loggles. So, welcome back, Shadman. Yeah, as I said the other day, apologies for the adverts, but I have to leave them on automatic. Otherwise, I will just forget, and then everyone will have pre-roll ads. And I think having the scheduled ones is actually better, because then people can come in and participate straight away without having to watch the pre-rolls. But yes, so what I was in response to your just don't answer the phone in the last 5 minutes, wasn't that simple. I was working in an open plan office, so people didn't phone you. They just walked over to your desk. It's fine. You had the pre-roll as well. How rude. Oh, very, very rude. That might be because it was the start of the stream. Which I find annoying, because I actually have put deliberately the 10 minutes so that people shouldn't get adverts at the start. Oh well, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I have to do it because I just won't. I won't remember. So, and it's only at 90 seconds every 30 minutes, so it's not the end of the world. You get more on the telly. You really do. They got to make their money. Well, yes, and I get a little teeny tiny bit because obviously I am a Twitch affiliate. Which was kind of, it's a nice throwback from kind of years ago when I was streaming a lot more. But like I said, I had someone, one of the people that came in the stream a few days ago has been whisper messaging me and kind of, yeah, so do you want to kind of maximize your revenues and stuff like that or something like that? Okay, no, I just do this for fun. And then this has just got a one-word reply, fun? Question mark. Okay. Yeah, I try to enjoy myself. If I made this about making money, and I have considered it, but if I made it about making money, I'm not sure I would enjoy it as I do now, and I'm not sure it would be entertaining. So, Chapman doesn't watch the telly, too busy on the computer. Well, I don't watch telly anymore. I watch streaming services. But there we go. And as I said, for everyone's benefit, if anyone's here that wasn't here yesterday, I am taking a 1 week break after today. On Thursday, I go to the airport and pick up the magnificent and wonderful Das Tebers, in all her glory. And she is staying with me. And so I will therefore not be streaming until a week on Thursday. So, you strange person, having fun, how dare you? Indeed. But again, I think they assume that if you're on Twitch and you're an affiliate and you're streaming, that you're here to make money. And it's like, well, if we were here to make money, I'd have like an Amazon wish list in the, like a lot of people, I'd have an Amazon wish list in the links, and I've considered that as well. I'd have a donate button to say, hey, yeah, give me some money, because, I mean, I am out of work at the moment, so I'm not making any money to kind of pay my bills right now, which is kind of a deal. But I don't think that's what I want to do with this. I would far rather people come in and have a good time and have a natter than the focus start to being, oh, well, you know what, I've been streaming for 3 hours today, and I haven't made enough money to pay the bills. I just, yeah. For people that do that, absolutely fine and dandy. If that's what they're doing, that's fine. I have no objection, no judgment, no negative association for that. But I don't think it's for me. Money is always nice, but not the reason. Exactly that, Shadman. Sounds like a good week. Yeah, it is. So Das arrives Thursday. Serenar's coming down Saturday through Monday, I think, and Wolfman's even coming down on Sunday and staying not with me, but staying down here for the night to kind of pop down and say hello. So it's the annual pilgrimage kind of event. So or it's turning into an annual pilgrimage. But yeah, and of course for anyone that wasn't around, obviously when I lost Summer, the first message I had on Discord was actually from Dare, and it was a message of kind of, do you need a squirrel to come and sleep on your sofa for a few days to kind of make sure you're okay? And bless his heart, he would have actually flown Das over to help me get through the loss of Summer. And that's how you know when you've got really good friends. So that's why I prioritise when Das comes over, I prioritise spending time with her and with everyone else that comes down to visit, because you can't get back time IRL. We can catch up and we can have a stream in a week's time, or a week on Thursday's time, when we can catch up and have a natter, and I can talk about what's gone on and all that stuff. What you can't get back is the time in person with people. That's just so much more valuable. So I would always say, if anyone's kind of got a choice of sitting here watching my stream or going and seeing their friends or whatnot, go see your friends. I'll still be here. The VOD will be up so that you can watch it if you desperately want to catch up on what's gone on. And yes, that is a true friend, Shadman. I mean, when I talk about Das as my telepathic twin, we do think very, very alike. It's not a joke. It's not a. It's not a. It's not an untruth. It's the way things are. So, but yeah. I would just regret that I haven't been able to get over to see them over in Colorado as much as I might have liked to. But events of the last 4 or 5 years have not been kind, so therefore such things have not been possible. There we go, over 9.5 million, with less than 500,000 to go. But yes, so there we go. Yeah, there's got to be at least. I mean, we started at what, 9 point something million, 9.17 million, I think it was. So we're gonna. So we've already kind of done what, 400,000, and yeah. So we are absolutely 100% smashing the 10 million today. Absolutely 100%. Even if I tip the truck over, we will still get the money. Oop. Okay. Butts! Diamondback, welcome. Everybody looked up from their screens. If they were looking away, they looked up and they went, Butts? What the hell is Butts? Butts is the traditional entry from Diamondback. See if you've done before you get home. Talk soon. Yep, take care, Shabman. Have a very safe safe drive home, and I will catch you later, hopefully. I'm gonna kind of sing you there, Diamondback. So welcome, Diamondback. But I'm gonna have to turn that into a little bit of a song, but I'm gonna have to make it a little bit naughty as well. And of course, hello, Quizzy. So butts is love, butts is life, butts is something I can't do with my wife. Sorry, had to be done. So yes. Hopefully you appreciated the humour of that, Diamond. Of course, whatever consenting adults and couples and whatnot get up to in their own private life is entirely their business, and we make no judgments. Most of us that are single just kind of wish we were part of a couple that could... As long as no one gets hurt. Indeed, indeed. Or if they do, that it's in a consented way, so to speak. But some people like that. And that's fine. Some people like just a little smidge of pain. I don't get that myself, but there you go, that's me. Yeah, hella. Doop. There we go. Just clear these so that we can come up here and pick them up. Maybe you should have said injured intentionally. Yes, as long as no one's injured and yeah, damaged, in need of medical attention. Although in that case, Diamondback, I would refer you to Star Trek Deep Space Nine and the romantic relationship between Jadzia Dax and Lieutenant Commander Worf, who frequently end up in the infirmary during their courtship. So, but that is fictional. It just hurt. They got some bumps and scrapes and whatnot, but yes. But then again, that wasn't necessarily hurting each other. Some of that was kind of fighting holographic enemies with the safeties off, which is a bit silly. But there we go. Da 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 da. So yeah, so here we are. We're at already at 9.6 million. I'm not really paying that close attention to the numbers. I'm just doing the chat and doing the selling of the logs, you know. But we're definitely doing this. Definitely doing this. And as I said, for anyone, how is Senor Fad? Senor Fad is pretty good, thank you. It turned out, actually, I think I mentioned this yesterday. I had a broken tap. So I had a leaky waste for a sink. This is in the main bathroom, so this is not something that bothers me because I don't use the main bathroom. But when you have guests, hey Jeremy, welcome. When you have guests, you kind of need to use the sink in the main bathroom. So I fixed the leaky waste, but I broke. Not intentionally, but I broke the cold tap, so I couldn't turn the cold water on. Oops! What a mistake to make. So, but fortunately, my brother came over today, and it was a really simple, easy fix. I thought I'd need to replace the whole tap, but nope. It was just a little itty bit of plastic, and we were able to steal one from a different tap for now, and I've ordered one. I've ordered one to replace one for the tap that we stole it from. So, There we go. Sometimes you have to prioritize where your resources go. So that was exactly what happened. No, oops. It's not cool. No, I mean, but it happens. I mean, it's just one of those timing things. There's a lot of like little teeny tiny maintenance things that I've been putting off, mostly because obviously not being in work, you're not making the money to go out and either pay for a repair person or pay for the parts or big parts to like replace taps and things like that. So, but it's okay. It's all fun. It's all fun and games. So. But at least it's all functional now for the arrival of the wonderful Dasteros. Always open an Etsy shop and sell butt prints. Oh my god. Yeah, that would be a niche market for sure. Certainly be a niche market. 9.7 million, less than 300,000 to go. So yes, but yes, no, yeah. I mean, I do have a merch store, Diamondback. So I do have a merch store with like the Fad logo goods and stuff on it, and some of my little sayings like Derpalopagus and Excrementus Acuris. So we've got those, and I know a few people have bought one or two of the items every once in a while. Hey, so you were thinking, do I want to do this packet analysis lab for you? Packet analysis. I'm assuming that we're talking computer networking there in terms of packet analysis. I don't know for certain. That's my assumption. I've never really done too much with kind of networking. Is it TCP? Or is it a different protocol? SAG. Not heard of that one. What kind of protocol is SAG? Oh, it'll be TCP, UDP, and DNS traffic. Ah, okay, yeah. So what kind of... Oh, you were SAG. Ah, okay. Oh, no, that's interesting stuff. I mean, I would be interested with... I mean, and I do like analyzing things. I mean, yeah, my brain is nice in spotting patterns in things, but it gets bored easily as well. So that's a challenge to it. But yeah, same. Yeah. But yeah, no. I mean, it like I say, it certainly sounds interesting. I've never done anything with that. I mean, I've always been on more of the service management side of IT, so I've specialised more in the processes that are required to help support and deliver technical services. So, which is I do enjoy. I mean, process engineering and getting people to follow processes is always fun and interesting. Just kind of, yeah, why do I want to do this? It's go, well, you want to do this not just because I told you to do it and I'm your boss, but you also want to do it because it makes your job easier. And here's why. what people seem to forget is the value they get from stuff. You want an easy foray into packet analysis? Wireshark is simple but powerful tool that you can play with. Yes, I have occasionally run into that during my career with like the network team using it to pull data and look at what's going on when we're trying to troubleshoot an application communicating with a SQL server or something. So yeah. It's interesting. So it's one of those things that everyone takes for granted, that computers just talk to each other and get everything done, but actually understanding the basic communication levels of what's going on and how the communication goes. Again, from a troubleshooting perspective, what I've never understood with some of the things is people write things where data is transmitted and there's no acknowledgement, no... this is applications rather than kind of just network transmission. But they'll have a process that involves data going from system A to system B to system C back to system A, and yet there's no validation that the data is free of errors, that the data is correct when it's transmitted between the systems. So they then end up with lots and lots of effort being spent in terms of fixing bad data because it's become corrupted somehow, or it's not in the right format. So system B requires it to be in a slightly different format. So it doesn't want the number 1 as an identifier. It wants 0001. So it has to be has to be a 4-digit number or some such. And then they wonder why the systems fail because they don't build in any kind of error checking. And it just amazes me that people don't think of these things. And then they go, oh, well, we don't need to do that. That wasn't in the specification. It's not part of the requirements. It may not be, but it's just, surely it makes sense for you to just do it properly. There we go. Sometimes expediency beats out error checking. Yes, but when you've got systems that are live and people are complaining about their resilience and reliability, yeah, I get the fact that you've got a deadline to meet, but sometimes you've got to deliver the quality. If you don't, then you're just pushing the problem down the road. But there we go. UGP shouldn't be used for critical data, though. Forget what UDP is, but there we go. But yes, yeah, I mean, we'll do it in our own ways, but there we go. 9.8 million, less than 200,000 to go. When I said this was going to be largely a cakewalk, it really is. It really is. Until such time as we bash the truck to pieces. So, mind you, forget who I was talking to. I was talking to someone. I think I was talking to someone about programming. I think it might have been Paul's actually. Because Paul's is doing some projects work and stuff, and so I was talking to someone about kind of programming and stuff. Like, yeah, so they're programming in C#. Okay, yeah, the last kind of program I wrote, actually a game that I programmed, was on the Amiga. So this is a while ago, and it was in GFA Basic. And I actually programmed, because I was kind of wanting to play around with arrays. So I programmed a bingo program, a bingo game, which I quite enjoyed making. So yeah, computers can be really good fun. I mean, not just for us, obviously playing computer games, but in terms of problem solving, programming, fixing, because they won't. They're made by humans, but they won't ever be perfect. So, I mean, the fact that you can completely stuff something up with single command is always going to be there. So UDP was request response, doesn't error check. Good for like gaming or video calls. TCP uses SYN ACK. Okay. Handshake and error checking to validate data. Ah, yeah. Fair enough. Thank you for the education there, Diamondback. That's good, solid information. We don't usually come here to learn stuff. We come here just to laugh at silliness. But yeah, if you learn something, it's always a good day. And if you're not interested, then that's cool too, because just ignore it. But yeah, I just always love how varied the conversations are when you get different folks in chat, and yeah, I just enjoy people's company. You know, we all have different interests. And we all have different facets of what we find interesting and entertaining. So why not enjoy those? So. You were technically incorrect. UTP does use checksums for error checking, but it's not as robust. Okay. And UDP lacks the flow control of TCP. Okay. There we go. I appreciate you correcting yourself, Diamondback. I would not have known, but I mean, if I were interested, I'd look it up. But so. Okay, so. Yeah, I mean, obviously. Yes, it's all good fun. Although I discovered, and I hadn't realised this, the static routes and the NAT that was set up in my router for certain games and things were all wiped out some time ago. And I know what did it, because we had to do a full reset of the router to try and fix it. I was having speed issues, and it would just have it would have issues at particular times, and the connection would actually drop entirely. And so they did some troubleshooting and managed to resolve it, which was good. Unfortunately, obviously it wiped my configs. Fortunately, I don't use them anymore, but well, I do use one because I have the dynamic DNS, because I have an IP camera that is monitored by a web-based camera recording service, which is very useful. But yeah, so that was not working. But we got it back online once I got the dynamic DNS configuration put back into the router. Can't have you out there packaging all willy-nilly. Well, no willy-nilly packets. So, although of course, with a lot of the stuff now, they're kind of changing. They seem to be changing definitions of like gigabytes and terabytes and petabytes and things like that. They're changing them to not go with the base 8 or which it's 1,000. No, it's 1024. At least it should be. But there we go. If it's base 8, then it's N24. That's just how it is. If you've changed it so that it's not, then that's it. So it's changing it to be metric, then yeah, it's not really base 8 anymore, is it? There we go. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not in charge of the standards because there we go. 9.96. This might be the last lot that we need to collect. Of course, we'll carry on. We're not going to be that lazy, but we carry on and get the rest of the wood. But this could be the last that we get to get our 10 million. At which point, I will be playing the song, Magical Mystery Song. Well, it's not really a mystery, but looking to. I will be playing the song because we've just finished an advert, so there we go. Do, 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 do. In case you didn't hear my reply because of the advert, Diamondback, yes, no one's packeting willy-nilly. I mean, we all live in a yellow submarine. Wait, did you pee on the submarine? Who peed on the submarine to turn it yellow? I mean, rude. Oh, sorry, you had to go. Oh, okay. There we go. 10 million squidoodles. 10 million squidoodles. And in our celebration, we are going to play the song. On to a dance.
Many years ago, on a field not far away, Hitman and Fatman started to farm and play. Beware the red tractor, it surely will become a Derpalopagus factor, bouncing right up to the sun. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the crazy innocents will never know. As the years fly by, farming does go on, witnessing forks of justice. Some friends have been and gone, enjoying the time as if it were a crime. The clock ticks on, but the fun dies by. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field
Josh.
we go, where the crazy innocents will never know. As the years fly by, the farming does go on, witnessing forks of justice. Some friends have been and gone, enjoying the time as if it were a crime. The clock ticks on, but the fun dies by. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down.
Let's get back to work.
The field we go, where the crazy innocents will never know. And down, sown with love, we watch them grow. And down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the crazy innocents will never know.
Well, the craziness on Farm Sim 19 has ended. But it's all good. Because there's always something else to do. You like the song? Oh, thanks, Josh. It's It's an AI generated one. I did the lyrics, and obviously inspired by my time with Farm Sim, which is, from a multiplayer perspective, has been a lot of time with Hitman and various other friends that play. So, of course, back in the day, and like I said, I think back in the day, Hitman and I were the only we were the only what's the word? English-speaking multiplayer farm sim that I was aware of. Bad, is your logo take on Captain Archer? No, it isn't. It certainly isn't intended to be. It's basically supposed to be me in a Starfleet uniform with a pair of overalls, with a bit of straw that I'm chewing on, with a straw hat, and with the dogs, obviously, and with a wonderful starship that has appeared from behind me, circled around me, and gone up behind me. So that's the logo, and of course, as most people know, Das drew it. So, and it's gone through a few iterations, because it went from standard definition to high definition. Then we added Summer. Then we had to kind of ghost Summer and add Wilson, because Summer left us, bless her little heart. So, yeah. But no, it was never actually intended to be inspired by Captain Archer per se. Did you enjoy Enterprise then? And I still do call it Enterprise rather than Star Trek Enterprise because they only changed it in the last season, so it's Enterprise. There we go. Anyone that's not familiar, Captain Archer was captain of the Enterprise NX-01 in the prequel series. It's later renamed Star Trek Enterprise, but was originally called Enterprise. It was a set before the original Star Trek series, actually. So you enjoy parts of it, but also understand why it's one of the less popular series. Well, it also didn't get going. Unfortunately, I think by the time Enterprise came around, there was such a demand for it to be successful instantaneously. And let's be honest, I mean, Voyager took a good few seasons to get properly going. Next Generation took a good few seasons to properly get going. As did Enterprise. Enterprise in its third season was pretty good. Its fourth season was also reasonably good. But that's when they killed it. So just as it was starting to find its stride, it was ended. So, but yeah, I agree with you. I understand why, because you kind of, after having gone forwards, you go backwards, and it was always going to be a challenge to go backwards in time, to go prior to all of the stuff where it's like, well, why don't they just use the replicator? Well, they don't have replicators yet. Well, why don't they just use because they don't have it yet. Well, why don't they just use it? And it was always going to be a thing. Because you can't make things look fantastic, whizzy bang bang, when you've gone back in time. It just doesn't. It doesn't work that way. You can't have a super whizzy shit. So you've got to focus more on the story, and yeah, there we go. But still. So, which is your favourite series of the prior to, shall we say, prior to New Trek, because that's what a lot of people seem to call the newer series. So Discovery onwards is New Trek, and Voyager, Enterprise, and Prior is the old Trek, really. So in those two categories, which are your favourites? Anyone that doesn't watch Star Trek, I apologise, but yeah, you've come to a dude with a Star Trek uniform in his logo, so you're welcome. There we go. So what we're going to do now is obviously we're going to clear this up. We're going to return some of the equipment that we don't need anymore because, yeah, this is probably going to be the last time I ever open this save game. TNG and DS9 are tied. You especially like the Borg battle arc in TNG and the Dominion Wars from DS9. Okay, yeah. So that's cool. I can see your logic. I mean, my favourite series has always been Voyager. Don't know quite why, but I mean, I loved Next Gen. I grew up with Next Gen. Next Gen was my introduction to Trek, really. So I will always love it. I think it's been Voyager. DS9 was at times just a bit too dark, but it definitely benefited from those story arcs. And I mean, in terms of New Trek, I think I'd probably personally steer towards Lower Decks. Hello, the Dog 105. And I can't remember if I said it already, Josh, but I'm glad you like the song, and I'm glad you arrived in time to see the 10 million. And yes. If we've got the Dog 105, we can turn that on and we can have the other dog. The resident dog is right there, ready to woof. So not picking those ones up? Okay, fine. See if I can. Get them another day. Well, not another day, but we'll get them another pass. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Try and do some other things once we've done this. So we're just gonna, for performance sake, we clear the logs up again. Like I said, although this is almost certainly the last time I'll ever open this save game, because well, and probably Farm Sim 19 as well, unless I have a reason to kind of come back for a nostalgia tour, like I did when 22. Will the song be a common feature of the streams? It certainly will, Josh. It certainly will. It's like I said, it's one that I created whilst I was a kind of paying user on Soonest, so the copyright is mine. So that makes it a real easy thing to kind of, yeah, I'm going to play my song. So, my own song, and why not? I've really, when I get back to it, I'm going to kind of do some more, but because there is, I created one for All Derp's Farm as well, but actually I created like 20 or 30 different versions of it, and I still need to speak to Hitman and Squirrely to see which is going to be the official version. So there is an All Derp's Farm song for the All Derp's Farm series, which will probably be published and released towards the end, towards the finale, when we get our when we start to tie up the Farm Sim 22 series and get ready to move to 25. So. I want to pick these ones up this time. So. Oh, that's why that one won't pick up. Okay, there we go. Now I understand. Yes, I do. Yes, definitely. So there we go. Do. Because this is the reverse of what we have been doing. I've been collecting all this end first, because then we don't have to drive out quite so far at the end, but it doesn't matter today. Because we're done. We have got all the monies. So, and in fact, Josh, actually, I don't think there's a way to do it on YouTube, but on Twitch, the folks over on Twitch can use their channel points to actually play that song when they want to as well. So it's not just me that has the button to play the magical farming song. So, although obviously I have my own button as well. So we can do things like this as well. So we can have what should we have? We go for this one because it's one of the ones that I always play every time just to test the system.
I'm a hunting for a fad, and I see him, you will be a flat and flat, flat and flat, flat and flat.
So that was just a B-roll outtake of when we were recording on All Derp's farm. Hitman, Squirrely, stuff like that. I always like to try and make things entertaining and interesting, but sometimes you do get a lull. There we go. Case in point, Diamondback.
Many years ago, on a field not far away, Hitman and Fatman started to farm and play. Beware the red tractor, it surely will become a Derpalophagus factor, bouncing right up to the sun. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the craziness is we'll never know. As the years fly by, farming does go on, witnessing forks of justice, some friends have been and gone. Enjoying the time, as if it were a crime. The clock ticks on, but the fun dies by. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the craziness is we'll never know. As the years fly by, the farming does go on, witnessing forks of justice, some friends have been and gone. Enjoying the time, as if it were a crime. The clock ticks on, but the fun dies by. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the craziness is we'll never know.
Thank you again, Diamondback, and obviously Josh sends his thanks, which you've seen. So obviously, yeah, thanks for Diamondback for that reward play. I really do love that song. And if you're not chair dancing while that's on, then yeah, why are you here? I do totally chair dance to that song. Oh, I don't even care if it's sad that I do that. I enjoy it. And you know what the worst part of this is Hitman actually likes that song as well. Hitman likes that one. It gets him singing and jigging around. So, oh dear. And then, like I said, there's a lot of. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Darren was talking about a Gen AI article on his stream on Sunday, and Sarah and I wanted the link to the article, and so do I. So I need to try to remember to message her after this. Right, so that's the last of the logs. So if we're now going to find out if we would have hit this without Das's cookies. Now I suspect that we would have been close, but we would not have hit the 10 million without Das's cookies being sold yesterday. So, because if we don't get to, remember the cookies were 361,000, I think 223. So if we don't clear that above 10 million, the trees alone would not have gotten us there. So let's find out. Moment of truth. You all ready? Ready to find out? So I'm totally not going to do the TV thing. 10,318 100 yeah 10,000 10,318,107. We would not, without Das's cookies, we would not have done it. Whoop 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 for Das's cookies. So there we go. Actually, let's take this back, and we will take back. What the heck's that? Oh, that's the thingy bobber. Okay. We can, yeah, we'll take this trailer back because we don't need this trailer anymore. That's once again coming in clutch. Yes, I've not heard that expression, but I'll agree just out of assumed context. But yeah, Das is as usual the saviour of the day, even if she can't save her own self from damage. So, bless her heart. So here we go. So we get rid of this trailer. Looks like we've got some pigs to sell and clean up. But probably, if this is a lease, I don't probably need to return it this way. We could probably just return it from wherever it happens to be, but we're going to go with this mechanism method because we probably needed to come back here anyway. So let us we did own it. Okay. Oh yes, we booked it by it. Oh well, we're not going to sell it. We're going to. For the other one, we're going to charge leased items. Going to return that. They can collect it. They'll bring a low loader. It'll be fine. So, yes, there we are. So we're not going to do any more logging. We'll keep hold of the trailer for now. Might come in handy for something eventually, even if it's just for manual logging. Put it under the trees. That's where it belongs, obviously. So now... I pressed the wrong button. What happens when you press E instead of D? There we go. So, yeah. Let's see what we can do loading up bugs-wise. Few runs to sell pigs, I think. How many do we have? We've got way too many to sell them all, I think. Oh, we've got 15 white and black, so they will be going. Start to sell the other ones. All of those ones gone. That all? Should be 30 trailer if that's the case. No, definitely not done yet. Didn't think we were. It seemed like there was not anywhere near enough done.
All hands brace for impact.
Just stopped. The scroll wheel stopped moving the bar for some reason. So we're just going to scroll this way. Okay. Fill the rest of them with those. There we go. 36 piggles. Going to the farm shop. The fact that there's 200, we probably could sell them all. Actually, because we got this nice big trailer. So yeah, so I must remember to tell Das thank you for the cookies because they came in dead handy. Of course, now we're totally going to ruin it because, yeah, well, not totally going to. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot now. And I'm going to take a screenshot of the 361229. There we go. Because we're obviously going to sell these pigs, and that's going to make us money as well. So it will distort the results. It will make me into something else. Well, I mean, it means we could have got. It could have been Das's cookies or the pigs, but we'll go with Das's cookies because they taste better than the pigs. Just need a move all button, really. When you're selling, you just need a. Can I just move everything, please? Rather than keep having to clickety click. It doesn't take too much, but. Although actually no, because we're not going to get. I don't think we're going to get 300,000. So Das's cookies are the ones. But there we go. So, well, yeah. So, for anyone joining us late, we've already made the 10 million. So, we're done. We're done. We're tidying up the farm a little bit. We've returned the tree harvester. I might go and mow down some stumps. Grind down some stumps. But at the moment, we are selling pigs. They make such a mess, it's just not worth it anymore. Don't want them sitting in here making dirty messes. Like that. Just look at that. Dirty messes. There we go. That clicking, it's just the enter button. I'm not sure how many loads it'll take, but 180, so what's that, 6 loads, is it? Just under, probably. But there we go. So we're just doing the things before we say goodbye to this save game. I'll still have it, it'll still be saved, but unlikely to load it. Because we have achieved our goals. It's the ending that I wanted for this when I was streaming it way back. So John did. Josh! Thought I was going to have to dig out my long list of passwords to get into Twitch, but nope, all good. Well, welcome to Twitch. I do like Twitch as a streaming platform. YouTube's fine, but I do for streaming. I do like Twitch. I think the interactive features Twitch has done for longer. So, and of course you got the channel rewards and you build up points. So, all the time you're watching, you get channel points that build up, and then you can use them to rewards to highlight messages and do other things. Diamondback says, I think Twitch has far better interactivity. I would agree with that. I mean, YouTube's developing it, they're building it. But I think in terms of gamified interactions, Twitch has got it because you've got the sound alerts, you've got the channel point rewards and stuff like that. So, yeah. So I just, yeah. But I have been streaming on both YouTube and Twitch because I think there's still a bunch of people subscribed on YouTube, and I don't put a lot of regular content out aside from All Derp's Farm, so I thought the streams really could go there as well, and not just be an upload as a video, but actually be interactive on YouTube, because the interactive features are coming along, and the fact that Restream does this fantastic service of dual streaming, which is, yeah, really good. Go, 36 pigs. Then we've got manure to get rid of. Sell the manure. We have to take it somewhere else. Yes, we sell it at the biogas, don't we? That's right. Well, sell. We dump it in biogas, and it does its doings of doing this. So yes. So how is everyone's week going so far? I hope it's going well. Just as a reminder, again, for anyone that wasn't in yesterday or earlier, I am not streaming Thursday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday. Having a week off because I have the magnificent Dastebba's visiting. So my next stream will be a week on Thursday, and it will be Stardew Valley. And then, obviously not next week, but the week after, Monday, we'll be starting on Transport Fever. And we'll be doing an achievement gameplay for that one to try and get a bunch of the harder achievements. So we will be playing in hard mode, which, as many of you know, I don't do massively often. It has to be for an achievement for me. Don't generally go in hard mode for no reason. But yeah. So that's the plan. Been today actually I got, because I said to you that I'm not a completionist at all, so I didn't go, having planned to do Transport Fever achievements, I didn't go and say, oh yeah, Train Fever was the original game before Transport Fever, and I didn't go and say, oh, it's only £1.60 or something, I'll buy it and get all the achievements in Train Fever. Will Das be bringing cookies? I think, unfortunately, Das would have brought some baked goodies, but she didn't get around to baking the said goodies in time for her trip. So, on this occasion, I don't think Das is bringing cookies with her, which is a shame, but that's fine. But what generally happens is, for all the folks over in the US, Das will be taking back goodies from the supermarket here in the UK, because there are UK-based goodies that people over there love, and there are kind of America-based goodies that people over here love. So it becomes a treat exchange. So yeah. So but what Das does do is, obviously we've got the famous Das cookies, but Das actually does, around about the holidays, so Christmas time, Das generally sends out packages with cookies in to specific people around and about. And I've been very fortunate enough to be one of those people, and I do enjoy those cookies at Christmas time. So yeah, so and I think kind of towards the end of last year, if you were a member of the Tebaslandia Discord, you would have seen plenty of Discord-based live streams where Das was preparing and doing this massive batch cooking for all these wonderful goodies. So, and then bagging them up and shipping them out and whatnot. It was, yeah. Ah! We got caught by the cat's eye. Collision issue. Oh well, never mind. We don't have to worry about that after today. We don't have to get stressed. It's all okay. So yeah. No. Another 36,000. See how much the pigs would have been worth. So I don't think they would have by themselves made the difference. But yeah, so it's all fantastic. So I've obviously been preparing the last week or so. I've been preparing, kind of changing bed linens and cleaning, washing towels and things, making sure that everything's ready. And like I said, today we got the tap fixed. Tap got fixed, and it was an easy fix. I was really, really kind of pleased that my brother was able to come over and help me, because if he'd have just told me what to do, I probably could have figured it out. But I'd never have had to repair a tap before, so I can you know what it's like when you can. Oh, it's. I don't know how to do it, and I don't want to make it worse. So I kind of, yeah, I therefore didn't want to make it worse, and therefore didn't try. Whereas he's got a lot more confidence with those things and has done them before, so it's kind of, comes a lot easier to him in that space. So yeah, no, he did a fantastic thing. Then it's the usual, similar to what I say. It's, oh, I didn't really do anything. Well, you did, because it wouldn't be fixed if you didn't come over. Because I wouldn't have tried it. Granted, I could have done what you did, but I didn't know how to. Therefore, the fact that you came over, even though you maybe didn't do anything, your knowledge was what the value was. So, yes. It's always family's always a good. I say family's always a good thing. Family's not always a good thing, but my family does tend to be a good thing because we kind of rally round and support each other. So that's what families are supposed to do. Not always the case nowadays, but families are supposed to do. Water and electrics are best left to people that know what they're doing. I tend to agree with you, Josh. So I know a little bit because when I was working on the ships, I was part of the electrotechnical department. So I did get to learn a little about some of the electrics on the ship. And my dad, when we were kids, my dad made sure before we got houses and things that we knew how to change a plug socket, or change a wall socket, change a plug on an appliance and things like that, change a fuse. He made sure that we knew those things before we had to do them. So I've got a lot more confidence in that. But I've got friends who perhaps weren't taught that, and so when it comes to like changing, if say one of your wall sockets got smashed by something and needs replacing, they would call someone in to do that because they didn't know how to do it themselves. And it is something that can be done. You have to be careful, and you have to know to respect electric, definitely. So I would never say to anyone, oh yeah, just go and do it with electrics. With water, again, if you know what you're doing, it can be done. But again, it's the same with computers. You can take a computer apart and there's not really a lot inside it. But if you don't know what you're doing, you can cause a lot of damage. And that's the key thing, is knowing how far to go with those things. And if you learn a little bit, remember that you've only learned a little bit. You haven't learned everything. But yeah, I would never deride anyone for... Oh, there we go. We've got one more trip after this. Never deride anyone for not giving it a go, because it's not something that really is a game. It's very serious, but there we go. I mean, but for example, in my house, I've changed a lot of the light switches and the plug sockets to be smart, to be home automation. I've done that myself. I haven't had an electrician come in and do it. But yet, when the entire circuit board needed replacing, yeah, that's well beyond my abilities, and I'm very, very aware of that. And of course, it needs to be tested and certified. Otherwise, when you come to sell the property, it's more of a problem. So there we go. But it's all good fun. So this is the penultimate load of piggies. So I don't think the pigs would have done it. I think we're still very much in the Das Cookie realm of things. Diddly-doo. There's no way it would need to make the 600,000, and we're not going to do that. So, not with another 36. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. A little bit of, well, a little bit of gaseous nature. Oh, I thought we were going to hit that, but we didn't. Yay! This is something I have wanted to do for a long time, is to get rid of the pigs, but I was only just keeping them to just really kind of as an OCD thing to try and have them empty out the food, because I don't like to waste like the food stuff. But there's not really a lot there now, as you can see. And it's all concentrated in the soybeans and the potatoes and sugar beet, which are used only a small amount. So it's just kind of, yeah, I could wait forever and a day for that to kind of finish. But there we go. 36 more pigs going off away. Oh. Okay. Ooh. About that, I took a sip of my drink, and that wasn't going in the intended way. Do, 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 do. And Yay. That is actually. Oh, it's good. I have had that feeling of fraud in terms of having the achievement for a long time, and now I have legitimately got it. Makes a difference. I know it's only in my head, and nobody would ever really worry about it, but except for me. But it does make sense. So now we can park this up, because we do still have cows, and although we're not going to be selling particularly, we're still going to keep this, because in the future we may, well, if we ever were to come back to it, we may wish to sell the cows. Some of them. Enable new life and new civilizations to boldly cow where no cow has cowed before. So I think next we're going to return and actually, we'll just return we'll get someone to come and pick it up. We're just going to return it. Garage list items. We're going to return that, which is the thing that we've got here. I don't think we have the lease to buy mod, so we won't. I would have converted those leased items to bought items, but we're going to go and park this up in its usual place. Then we're going to go and do some stumpy stump grinding. Where's the bale? The bale picker is over at the farm. We'll have to go and collect that. Can't leave that over there. That's the wrong place for it. Let's go in cab for a bit, because we're only just going to go and collect a piece of equipment. Da, da, da. We seem to be really, really far back in the cab, but there we go. It's fine. It's all good. Might give it a wash. Give this one a wash, yeah. We'll give this one a wash before we come back. Just look at the dirt up on that sunroof. It's terrible, I tell you. Terrible. Bashing our head on the roof now. Ah. Let's give it a wash. Splishy splashy whacker, splishy splashy spoo. Give it all a good wash and it will be good to you. That's a mirror, but we actually see it all the way through. Oh. Now let's go and pick up the bale picker upper, which probably could have done with a wash as well, but it's not going to get one. The tractor is, but it's not. And away we go. It's back when we were playing this, or streaming this a lot more. We went with the Deutz-Fahr tractors largely because they're more pretty much all of the tractors on Farm Sim 2011 were, I think, almost all of them, not all of them, almost all of them were the Deutz-Fahr, aside from the very old tractors. So that was the decision-making process. All these old decisions, all these old things that past Fad did. I'm not always a fan of past Fad because sometimes past Fad hasn't done things the right way, took a shortcut or something. But in this case, past Fad I think did a good job. So there we go. So that's that one parked up where it should be. Now we have to find this one. Our lovely Challenger. We're going to take care of the stumps. Well, at least some of them. I'm going to take care of this row, and then I'm going to run round the other side because we've still got some in the grass around the other side. This is working quite nicely, actually. I thought it'd be a lot more finicky. But it's working alright. It didn't work this well over the other side, but then some of those trees over the other side, over by the sugar factory, I cut down manually rather than using the tree harvester. It seems to find it a lot easier to find the right place and grind the stumps for the ones that aren't cut down manually, i.e. with a chainsaw. But there we go. Dee. So yeah, we're moving our way up. Grindius McStumpus.
All hands brace for impact.
You know what that means? It means if you're on Twitch, you're going to see an advert in the next couple of minutes or so. Although sometimes it does just squeeze the screen in and put them around the border. It's not always full screen stuff. So yeah, so actually let's have a look and see what did we get from the pigs overall. Piggy, sold animals, 252,000, so that would not have been enough. So, yeah. So we absolutely did need Das's cookies. Okay, just needed a little bit of a raise, just like all of us. Da-da-da-da-da. There we go. Cleaned up all the ones on this edge of the field, but yeah, still have these ones. I was fairly sure of that. Do. Da-da-da-da-da. Finding all the stumps. I say all. Probably not all, but we're gonna So I want to clean up the rest of the ones that are in the grass over this side. Puppy, how are you today? Hope you're well. We have made the 10 million, and it was all thanks to Das's cookies. Well, it wasn't all thanks to Das's cookies, but it was definitely with thanks to Das's cookies. So, in the stream yesterday, we sold Das's cookies, and they made us 361,229. And had we not done that, we would have been, well, we would have been less than 10 million. We would have had 9 million, but we wouldn't have 10 million. So we're now just grinding some stumps just to try and leave things tidy. As I've said a number of times, I'm probably not going to open this save game again. But you never know. We might come back for a nostalgia tour at some point. Stranger things have happened. Puppy is okay now, just getting the last of the field done as you've been in hospital. Ah, okay. So that's, for anyone that's not familiar, that's a massive, great big beet field that Puppy's been working on for about 3.5 years. Well, no, it just feels like 3.5 years. So. Dee. A good few weeks, yes. That's the translation of 3.5 years. It's a good few weeks. So. Or should we say that's the sensible answer? Who would give a sensible answer in my chat, honestly? It's just not on. So there we go. Well, do. That's got that one. I think this might be the last one. Oh no, there's some on the grass up the front. There we go. We'll go get those. Ones that were always tripping us up. Now that we're never coming back, we can get rid of them so that they don't trip anybody else up. So yeah, so everything. I hope everything's all right now, Puppy, and obviously you're not in hospital now. Hopefully that's a good thing. What am I going to do now I've reached 10 million? That's a very good question, Puppy. For anyone that, like Puppy, hasn't heard me say that, I've said it a few times in the stream, but obviously people join at different times. So I will be playing, next up, I will be playing Transport Fever. Not the second one, but the first one. And I'm going to be doing a hard gameplay to get the hard level achievements. Now, I don't have the easy level achievements, but you automatically get the easy level achievements when you get the hard level achievements, so it's kind of a twofer. So that's what we're going to be doing. I have today, literally today, just about half an hour before I streamed, I completed the hard mode achievements that I'm going for in Train Fever, which is the predecessor game to Transport Fever. So yeah. So I've been looking at different strategies that people have kind of published and suggested for getting it. So it's going to be probably a fairly it'd be a fair series of streams. Because when I look at I've been playing many hours a day on Train Fever for about a week. So I can imagine we'll be doing that for a few months. And then once we've done that, we will move on to Transport Fever 2. Because the idea is to keep going and...
I'm only a youngling.
Hello, Hitman! So, the plan is to go into Transport Fever 2. And obviously, assuming as and when we get Farm Sim 25, I will probably do some achievement streaming for that as well. But obviously, so this will be going alongside finishing up Stardew Valley. So yeah, so that's the plan. So Mondays and Tuesdays will become Transport Fever. So that's obviously not next week, because next week there is no Monday and Tuesday stream. But that's the week after, so... And how are you today, Hitman? I hope you're well. I was talking about you earlier. Were your ears burning? Busy schedule. Well, yes. What's on the schedule for now, then? Hitman has burny ears. Yes, not bunny ears. That's burny ears. So yeah. So I was. Josh was saying that he liked the song, and so I was saying that you also like the song. Laughing at Britch saying schedule. Yes, schedule. Schedule. So, yeah, I think there were more apples to be picked, Josh, and they were going to be turned into cider. Was Hitman's last update that he gave us. Yep, just came in from the orchard. Macs aren't ready yet. Oh, okay, fair enough. So there we go. So we have done a bunch of... I'm going to leave this here. We've done all the ones that are in the grass. And, yeah, so it's just the ones that are on the field that would need to be done. What else do we do? I'm not sure what we can do now. But we can go back over here. Clean up the mess from the pigs, I think. I don't think we'll be able to dump it into the... What's it? But we'll just have to find a way to get rid of it, perhaps. Ah! We haven't powered up the old Major for a while, have we? Let's give the Major a little run around. It still works. It still works. That's this lovely Lynn track that I thoroughly enjoyed when we first started. I still enjoy it. I just like the doors. Oops. 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 Now that Fad's made 10 million, really. There we go. Won't read out everything with Hitman's, but he doesn't always make cider. As he said in the previous streams, don't always get the yield that you think you're going to get from the apples. So, okay, so we can't. Oh, why do I keep pressing that button? Of course, Hitman now is admonishing me, saying, "Yeah, Fad, I was yanking at Josh, not you. I wasn't expecting you to talk about it." Tries to keep the bucket on the tractor, Fad. Yes, yeah, absolutely, Josh. I'm just trying to get it. For some reason, I keep pressing Q. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. I don't think this is going to work. Oh, it is. But it's just going to dump it there. Okay. It's going to dump it there rather... Okay, never mind. I tried to clear up. I did try. We'll give this one a wash because this has been our favourite tractor. We'll give this one a wash. And I think we'll repair the paint job. We'll take the front loader off. This has been one of my favourite tractors, so we're going to take the front loader off, drop the weight. We'll do that behind the barn, behind the farmhouse. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that, and for the first time in a very long time, this one's going to get a wash. And if it's got any paintwork, we're going to go and give it a new paint job as well. Hitman's off for a bit of wreckfest, then back to work. Ah, jolly good. So yeah, we're going to give our little tractor a wash. Not seeing any bad paintwork, actually. Bad paintwork was all on the shovel, which you kind of expect. Gonna park this one up by the farmhouse. We're going to grab the John Deere, the Major, not the John Deere. Oh my goodness, I've forgotten what it looked like when it was clean. It's absolutely beautiful. Grab the major. Still hear it in the distance. Of course, the major was our workhorse for quite a bit of the early game in this. Because we didn't have a lot of money early on. Look at that. Our fantastic tractors that have done such a wonderful job for us. Yeah, so I am really saying goodbye to this save game now, because I've come back to it a number of times just to get to where we are now, which is the 10 million. But this is going to be it. So yeah, so all your favourite things that you've done in a save game. But yeah, so there we go. Beautiful, beautiful sunny day to end it as well. Why not? So, yeah, there we go. Let's take a screenshot of that. Why not? Let's also do it. Oh, what's that? Oh, who's done that? Josh! Playing this favourite song.
Many years ago, on a field not far away, Hitman and Fatman started to farm and play. Beware the red tractor, it surely will become a Derpalopagus factor, bouncing right up to the sun. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the crazy innocence will never know. As the years fly by, farming does go on, witnessing forks of justice. Some friends have been and gone, enjoying the time as if it were a crime. The clock ticks on, but the fun dies by. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the crazy innocence will never know. As the years fly by, the farming does go on, witnessing forks of justice. Some friends have been and gone, enjoying the time as if it were a crime. The clock ticks on, but the fun dies by. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the crazy innocence will never know. And down, sown with love, we watch them grow. And down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the crazy innocence will never know.
Thank you, Josh, for the Up and Down the Field song. Bobbing to the song. Like you don't chair dance to the song, Hitman. I know you like that song. That's what we were talking about earlier, by the way. But yes, the end of the world as we know it. So yeah, come over to Das's Cookie Factory. So for anyone that wasn't here yesterday, we sold all the cookies. We sold all the cookies, and that was the defining point of actually getting us over the 10 million. Because just the trees that I'd cut would not have done it. The trees and the pigs would not have done it. We needed Das's cookies. So yes. So lots and lots of fun had on this save game. So yeah, so I'm going to say thank you very much everyone that's been in the chat. So thank you to Josh and Hitman and Quizzy and Diamondback and Puppy and Shadman, who was here earlier. Thank you all for keeping me company in the chat. It's absolutely fantastic. We're going to go to our outro screen, and I think I fixed the clip button. The clip thingy bobber. So we'll say our thank yous. So yeah, so thank you all for watching. Thank you for the Twitch subscribers that have been watching. I said it was fun. Bye for Meow. Yes, bye-bye, Hitman. Thank you for moderators as well. We always thank the moderators and everyone that's been in the chat, both on YouTube and on Twitch. Always appreciated. So for those of you on Twitch, we are going to see if we can find a raid. So do stick around for that if you can. See who's ootin' about.
Across the map to empty his
looks like we're going to be going over to Badger. So Badger's playing Cyberpunk 2077. So we're going to head on over there. So Badger's a good chap. So definitely do stick around for that, please. And yeah, so we shall head over there. And I shall say thank you again. Just a reminder, I am not streaming Thursday, Friday this week, or Monday, Tuesday next week. So a week on Thursday, I shall be back. I have some real life stuff to do. But until then, take care, everybody. Look after yourselves. And I will hopefully see you again a week on Thursday. Bye for now. Oh, I say that and I still haven't clicked the raid button. So I then have to vamp for another 10 seconds because the raid countdown starts. It's always fun, isn't it? But yeah, take care, everyone. Have a great week ahead.